Angela Rayner was asked about a report that could reveal serious failings and shocking bias in the handling of grooming gangs. Yet there was no sense of responsibility, only outright evasion. Even worse, there seems to be a clear effort to bury the entire issue in silence. That's exactly why it's so important to like and share this video and subscribe to the channel, because if we keep shining a light on the truth, they won't be able to sweep this under the rug. This is how we bring the conversation into the open and make sure your voices are heard. Now, let's take a closer look at what's really going on. Welcome back to Britain Times. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe with the bell turned on. Now, let's continue with the latest UK news coming up next. Graham Stewart, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Could I begin by warmly congratulating the Prime Minister on his first year in office? I acknowledge that the Labour manifesto was beautifully written, deeply moving even, and, like that other great blockbuster of hope and redemption, The Salt Path, a total pack of lies. With joblessness, inflation and debt ballooning, his personal ratings collapsing, and his backbenchers on a work to rule, yes, you heard that right, they're laughing at the very lies they themselves put out. This isn't a simple misunderstanding. It's a blatant display of contempt for the people who once trusted them. Could the Prime Minister, come on, let's get on with it. Could the Prime Minister recommend a summer recess read to take all our minds away from the calamitous journey on which he and the Chancellor have embarked? I think most of the backbenchers are already on their summer recess. Judging by the benches opposite Prime Minister Mr. Speaker, we are very proud of our manifesto. It was a very successful manifesto. It delivered a landslide victory, and now we are very proud to be implementing it. Kevin Hollinrake, thank you, Mr. Speaker. The chair of the Working Group on Anti-Muslim Hatred and Islamophobia, Dominic Grieve, appointed by the Secretary of State, has previously stated a preference for a definition of Islamophobia that would shut down discussion of religion in cases like the grooming gang scandal. All other members of that committee, again appointed by the Secretary of State, are adherents of the Muslim faith. Does the Secretary of State not share our concern that their report and recommendations will be seen as predetermined and biased Secretary of State? No, Mr. Speaker, I do not. And there is no blasphemy law in this country, because the last Labour government abolished it. But this kind of incendiary language is beneath the shadow Secretary of State opposition response. I was merely stating the facts. That's the reality. She's right in one regard. Freedom of speech is on the line. The current position is that the report will be for the government's eyes only, and the decision on a definition will be taken in private. If they are deliberately trying to bury this report, then it begs the question, what else might they be hiding? These are deeply sensitive issues, not something that can just be swept under the rug. At the very least, the public deserves honesty, clarity, and full transparency. Will she at least commit to making the full report publicly available, so it can be scrutinised by this House and elsewhere before a decision is taken? Secretary of State Mr. Speaker, as set out in the terms of reference, the Independent Working Group will submit its findings to ministers. We will then consider their recommendations and set out the next steps. I would urge members to let the independent group get on with their work, and if they have views, to feed them in as part of the call for evidence. Turning to another major story. A fiery debate erupted live on GB News, where veteran farmer Colin Rayner openly challenged Labour's Environment Secretary, accusing him of misleading the public about the agricultural budget. With nearly 50 years of experience rooted in the English countryside, Rayner didn't hold back. During a tense exchange with GB News political journalist Catherine Farr, he repeatedly pushed back on Steve Reid's claims. The confrontation reached its peak when Rayner flat out accused Reid of telling blatant lies, shattering the polished image Labour had been trying to project, and leaving viewers with a clear sense of who was telling the truth. Steve Reid, welcome to the show. So, nothing to complain about, Colin. Farmers have more money. More money is going to more farmers than at any time under the previous government. What are you complaining about? This is the official channel of Britain Times. We only share authentic and verified UK news. We do not upload fake news or misinformation. Thank you for trusting Britain Times. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for daily updates. Stay connected for reliable UK news and updates.